Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Music Scene Investigation. Rich Wildman here. Glad to have you with us today. I'll be your host. Music Scene Investigation, if you don't know what it is, the music review show. What we do here, we'll take 3 tracks from music submitted from indie artists around the world, put them in front of our expert panel, and let them listen to them for the first time, after which they're going to offer up their review, their critique, their technical review of the song, if you will, letting us know what they think about it. Not touchy-feely kind of stuff, but more a technical review, as I said. So we're hoping that the musicians who are reviewed can actually use the review. It's unlike any other review show you've ever seen in your life, and we hope you enjoy it. This week is no different. We have 3 songs lined up and ready for the panel. Let's meet the panel, shall we? From New York City off to that direction, I think. I'm confused on directions, but anyway, it's Tom Chianti, and I'm sure he'll correct me on my direction. Mr. Tom Chianti, how you doing, sir?
Hello, Rich. I'm doing fine, and it's to your left-right.
My left-right?
Yes, the right-left.
Okay, so if I go this direction, I'm fine.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's good to know. So,
New York is the biggest city in the world. We're everywhere.
You're everywhere. I gotcha. Now, I'm being told that I'm only being heard on the right channel. No, right channel?
Yes, we've
better.
lost the channel.
Yeah, I don't know. My board is giving up the ghost, but that's okay. So.
Oh, okay, well, am I only coming out on one channel?
No, you're coming out on all channels.
That's because I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Wouldn't have it any other way, Tom. Thanks for being with us, buddy.
Thank you, Rich. Glad to be here.
And our other in-house panelist from London, England, Mr. Ian Husbands. Ian, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Fair to Midland.
Good.
So,
life's busy here. Got lots going on. I'm involved in a couple of animations at the moment, as well as a few songs, including my new Christmas song, which will be out Christmas.
You got a Christmas song you're releasing on Christmas or before Christmas? Most people release these things before.
Yeah, probably just a couple of weeks before.
All right, so around my birthday.
Yeah, that's right. Happy birthday, by the way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So right. You have a witness report for us, I understand.
I certainly do. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Now, interesting week. Song 1 was the song that we had as our song of the week, and it was, if I remember rightly, and my internet was fast, I'll be able to tell you.
Forget Her Out of My Head.
That's right, Forget Her by Keith Fellows.
Exactly.
And everyone sort of tends to agree with us on that. But on Best Performance, it was 40% of the votes, with Song 2 also gaining 40% of the votes. So
Song for Jane by Panoff actually got 40% on that.
That's right. We actually had a lovely email from Panoff saying how much they enjoyed the show and our unique ways of reviewing the music. So that's nice.
It is nice to hear a little feedback every once in a while.
It is.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here, Ian. Thank you as always. And let's meet our guest panelist. Our guest panelist from Red Dragon Records. He's got his finger in a lot of businesses. This man is the entrepreneur's entrepreneur, Mr. Tom Oswald. Tom, welcome back to the show. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you, Richard. And yourself?
Doing very well. Doing very well. Now, I know that since we last had you on the broadcast, you've been busy with a new thing that you guys are working on. This is something we talked about a little bit before the broadcast. It's a compilation album that you guys are putting together. What can you tell us about that?
Well, we decided that we would like to do a promotional tool for artists out there that we think are exceptionally good and that the public think are very good. So we have an album called Renaissance. And the first one will be out on the 7th of January 2013, and it consists of 22 tracks by 22 different artists, 10 of which are picked by the label and 12 of which are picked by the public over 3 two-week competitions. And we require no rights for it or anything apart from obviously to put it on the album, and we will release it and promote it, and it will be a good tool or potential tool for artists out there to get a bit of exposure without having to be tied to a label in any way whatsoever.
Now, let's explain to our listeners out there who may not understand how this works. When you're doing a compilation like this, I guess what you're requesting that artists send music to you for review and possible inclusion in this. How is that process done? So if an artist is looking to get involved in this, what would they need to do, and what's the whole process like for them?
We obviously promote it heavily through our social media and various contacts. We then have they email MP3s into us into info@reddragonrecords.com, and then it goes off to a couple of A&R people who then will pick the tracks out of that, and it gets shortlisted from. I mean, our last compilation, our last week has been 600 tracks, of which we picked 20 off. Those 20 then get posted onto our Facebook page for 2 weeks. And the 4 with the most likes over those 2 weeks will be the 4 that are guaranteed to go on the compilation out of the 12 that the public pick. So it's down to the artist to be able to prove that they're dedicated to promoting something. So it gives them not only a chance to be shown to the public through releases. It also shows other labels out there that they are devoted to their music and they are willing to help promote their releases, which is something that's very, very important to labels these days, because when a label is looking to sign someone, they're looking for someone that will carry a lot of the work. And this is something that can demonstrate that quite easily.
So it's all about the artists getting their fans out there to do some of the legwork and help support them, and it's kind of like you scratch our back, we'll scratch your back kind of thing from a fan perspective then.
Very much so, yes.
So you said you had like 600 submissions on this that are getting pared down by your A&R group right now. Is that a typical thing for this kind of an album you're putting together? Are you expecting more? What's the window for artists who want to become involved in this, or is there a new window for a later release that you might be working on as well?
The closing date for this particular album is the 29th of October. We're planning on doing this twice a year. So the next one will be... The next date for submissions will be around April 2013, after the 29th of October this year.
All right. Now you said that you're going to be posting these selections from your A&R team up to the Facebook page, and then the fans are going to be able to take and get involved at that point to vote on these. At what point is that going to take place? So if anybody watching this show wants to become involved and listen to these songs and be able to help in that selection process, when will they be able to do that?
It's already taking place. We started a week ago Sunday was the first round of competitions. The 20 tracks that are up on our page currently have another week up there, and the 4 winners will be picked this time next Sunday. That same time, 20 new tracks will go up. The artists associated with those 20 tracks will be emailed and told that their tracks are going up, and then it'll be up to them for the next two weeks to be able to get their likes up as many as possible. And to give you an example, I mean, two of the top four artists on there currently have over 200 likes on their status on our page.
Well, that's a pretty good deal there. It sounds like a great promotional tool. Now, what is the Facebook page that people need to hit if they want to be able to become part of this as you go through these processes and the tracks get put up?
It's facebook.com Red Dragon Records Limited. It's LTD at the end.
All right, and
I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Ian.
What about artists who aren't on Facebook? Is there any other way they can participate?
We haven't come across an artist that isn't on Facebook yet.
Hello.
Sorry?
Hello.
Do you have your own...
Yeah, I think Ian is saying he's not on Facebook as an artist, so...
But there's no reason why you can't drive people to like it. Okay, you may not be on Facebook, but a lot of the people who follow you may well be.
Okay, cool. Just wondering. Everyone uses Facebook. I don't know how it works.
No, I don't have a personal account myself either. It's again, it's something that you could. Okay, there will be one or two people who don't use it, but their fans may well do, and they can divert people there. In the future, if this goes successfully, which it is at the moment, we will actually have our own website up, which will have the 20 tracks on, so it won't actually be a Facebook requirement as such. But as this is an experiment, this particular round requires Facebook.
Now, when this compilation album is put together and ready for distro, where are fans and music lovers alike going to be able to go to grab a copy of this? Is it going to be something that they can get an actual CD of? Is it going to be digital download, combination of the two? How's that going to work out?
This particular launch will be digital. The more and more we look into physical releases, the less and less it seems worthwhile. Digital downloads overtook physical releases this year in quite a big way. And by the time you get everything out into the HMV stores and stuff out there, it's just the costs just don't add up to get it out. When we can do a digital download, and if necessary, if someone does actually want a physical CD, then they can contact us and we can we get 1,000 run off and actually sell them independently. But for now, we're sticking with digital downloads.
All right, now, the last time we had you on the show, we briefly spoke about the project you were working on. I don't even know how to express it because it was so different, but it was very cool, of being able to have people be able to use text messaging in order to get music, basically, is what it was. Wasn't that it? Yes.
It was Musiki Online. We've finally got the software behind it in order this week, actually, because for the thing to be profitable, it had to be completely automatic. So music uploads all the way through to the payment to the music downloads had to be completely automated by the site. And this week, on Thursday, we actually managed to get that finished, and we're currently moving into beta testing at the moment. We've then got contacts with Kiss FM, some of the biggest billboard owners, and most of the big radio stations over there for an advertising process to go forward. But we want to make sure that the site's 110% working before we even consider advertising to 240 million people.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you what the status was, when we could expect it. It sounds like you guys are on the leg to releasing that and getting that out there. I think that, as we talked last time, that is going to be something that's so huge because it is, affecting a part of the world that doesn't or hasn't had the opportunity to interact in this way before. So I think you guys are onto something great there.
Yes, we've had quite a few big investors come forward as well, saying they want to buy part of it already, and that's before it's even taken off the ground. So we shall see.
Well, a big congratulations to you on that, and we certainly look forward to hearing more about that as it comes about. I certainly hope you'll keep us posted on that.
I will, don't worry.
Now, as always, we're here for the reason of reviewing new music. So if you guys are ready to do that, I know that the music is all queued up for everybody. So if we could, let's go ahead and take a listen to track number 1 on today's Music Scene Investigation. We'll find out what everybody thinks. Here it is, everyone. This is track number 1 on today's MSI.
Into being open to spontaneity. nowhere. I don't care what others think or try to impose. I'm naked to the world with my arrows closed. Don't need to hide, don't need any disguise. Just wanna see everything through my eyes, through my eyes. I'm in here, I'm in the now, I'm here now, you know me. I'm in the now, I'm in the here, I'm now here nowhere, now here nowhere. I'm in the here, I'm in the now. Now here nowhere. I'm in the here, I'm in the now. I'm here now, you know me. I'm in the now, I'm in the here, I'm now here nowhere. Now here nowhere. Now here nowhere. Now here nowhere. Nowhere. Nowhere.
There you have song number one on today's Music Scene Investigation. Welcome in to All Indie. They showed up there in the chat room. Thanks for being here. Let's go to Ian, find out what he thought about this particular track. Mr. Ian Husbands, your thoughts?
Piano, 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 piano. Yeah, that was the problem with this track. It really was. I mean, there was timing problems. Was it MIDI? Not sure. It did seem to have note cut-offs like it was potentially MIDI. But it was too loud, and the timing was off, and it just wasn't gelling with the rest of the track. And it was obliterating everything. And it's a real shame. I mean, there does seem to be a song here. There was good verse to chorus transitions, nice use of backing vocals. And, you know, there seemed to be some good performances going on. But I couldn't hear any of it because of the piano. You know, there's good use of instrumentation. There's mandolin coming in. That it had that sort of very dom, 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 dom sort of country groove to it, which was nice, and it worked. But it was just, that mix was just totally out. You couldn't hear the drums, you couldn't hear the vocals, couldn't hardly hear a word the singer was singing. The drums were very simple, the bass was very simple, but there were some nice bits and pieces going on here. There is a song here, but this needs stripping back, re-recording with someone who knows what they're doing. That is all I can really say. I mean, is it current? Do I see this as a current piece of music? No, not really. Is it appropriate for its genre? Yes, it is. It just can't understand what's going on because that mix is so up there. There's no space, dominating piano, that everything else is lost. And, you know, re-record it, back to the basics, start again.
All right, Ian, I appreciate it. Mr. Tom Chianti, what did you think of track number one?
Well, I agree with Ian. The piano player must have mixed the song. It's way up. I think they could have gotten away with a more interesting piano sound, a toy piano, just something different. But if you're going to go with the standard piano, it's got to have its place in the mix. And this was just blotting out. I could hear the backgrounds and a little bit of the lead, and they were nicely done. And I didn't mind the simplicity of the instrumentation because the groove of the song was there if you could get past the piano. And like Ian says, there is a good song here. It's a shame that, you know, the piano is faders all the way up and everybody else is back down. If you're going to have a large piano, I mean, make it stereo so it's out of the way. And let everybody else breathe in the middle. The piano was just taking all the ambient space up. So I like it. I thought it had a good groove. It could be current, somewhere in the world, but I don't think it would be for the U.S. market. It needs to be remixed at least. Well, yeah, definitely remixed. Maybe re-recorded on some parts, but definitely remixed.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Mr. Tom Oswald with Red Dragon Records, your thoughts on track number 1 today?
I agree with both Ian and Tom. I mean, I quite like the...
Let me ask you before you get too far into it, did you get to hear the whole thing this time around?
I did get to hear the whole thing this time around. I agree with Tom and Ian. I actually quite like what you could hear, but the majority of it was drowned out massively by the piano. It was just so in your face, or in your ears in this case.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Tom. Thank you so much. Now, let me take an opportunity to introduce that track to everybody. The name of the track is called Nowhere by a group called Nikki Nash. I believe Nikki Nash is a single person in that one with the backing band and whatnot. So we appreciate their sending that in to us here at Music Scene Investigation. If you want your music on MSI, easy to do, musicsceneinvestigation.com. The Submit a Song button is at the top of the page. You'll want to click that, follow the instructions there. It's very easy to do. All right, gentlemen. I've got 2 more songs for you. You ready for song number 2? I am. I think you are. So let's go ahead and take a listen to track number 2 on today's Music Scene Investigation.
Nothing can touch me. Nothing can touch you. Nothing ever really touches anything. Everything's through me, and everything's through you, but nothing ever really touches anything. Anything. It's not my fault. What can I do? It's not my fault. What can I do? You can't blame me. I can't blame you. It's plain to see. That maybe we are two.
That's song number 2 on today's Music Scene Investigation. All right, gentlemen, we're going to start this round out with Mr. Tom Chianti. Tom, what are your thoughts on song number 2?
Like you, Rich, I was wondering how they got Stephen Hawking into the studio. It's a meandering melody, too simple, not enough happening. There's the start of some good ideas in there, but it doesn't build. It's relaxation, waterfall music that, you'd have to be halfway asleep to listen to, unfortunately. It's got to be reworked from the bottom up. The intro is way too long. There's really not much happening throughout the whole song, and the piano playing, later into the song got a little interesting, but there's just long spaces of just nothing really happening.
All right, Tom. Well, I appreciate your thoughts, and let's go over to Mr. Tom Oswald. Tom Oswald, Red Dragon Records, your thoughts on this one?
Well, I was listening to that. I was trying to work out when the vocals came in, whether it was someone with a blocked nose or a synthesizer. And then I was debating I would probably play that track if I was going to drive off a cliff. It was... it would make sure that I would carry it through. I don't know what it was. It just seemed like someone had thrown a load of stuff together and recorded it.
All right. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Ian. No, it just didn't... I don't know what it was. I don't really know what else I can say about it, to be honest with you.
All right. Fair enough. Mr. Ian Husbands, your thoughts on track 2?
There is a lot of creativity going on here, but that kind of where it's ended. Look, there's the piano piece. There was some really, really nice stuff going on there. I like the sound of the piano. I like the direction the piano was going, but nothing else was really giving it support. I mean, sound-wise, the drums, they had the really nice tone, the kick drum, some of the tom sounds, and some of the parts were getting towards working with the piano, but didn't quite get there. The synth strings I really didn't care for. They didn't bring much. I mean, just taking them, they need to be in stereo. They need more depth, more bottom end in the mix, and some more reverb to set them back and make them sound like an orchestra rather than just sitting dry and not really doing much. I mean, I've done this text-to-talk style song before. And it can work, but you can't just rely on that little bit that they put in there. You need things like sampled vocals or female singing to back these up, give it a sense of melody, break into a chorus, give it an arrangement. There is no arrangement here. It just meanders through a beautiful piano piece with other bits and pieces coming in here and there, not really giving the piano the support it needs. Lyrically, there was some nice stuff going on there. Actually, what was written and actually what was being said. Has got potential to be used as a vocal, but get someone real on this. Get someone to come and sing these lines. There's many websites out there, iCompositions, compose.com, where you can go and meet up with artists, Mac Jams, and get people to, a female vocal or a male vocal or both, get some harmonies going and work it out. Because there is an idea here, but it's just been badly put together by someone, as Tom said, sounds like they've just thrown a bunch of stuff together and called it a song. It needs arranging. It needs working on. You've got a lot of good ideas here. You need to spend another 40, 50 hours on this to get to a place where it sounds great.
All right, Ian, I appreciate that. And let me take and introduce that track to you. The name of that track is called Piano Tune Number 1 from a group called Drifting Back. We appreciate their sending that track into Music Scene Investigation. Now, for everybody out there who is on the net, likes listening to indie music, I suggest you take a Tuesday night off your schedule and head over to butterfliesradio.com. Do a great
Why is that,
little-
Rich?
Well, they do a great little thing there called Twitter Tuesday Live, Ian. And it basically is a 2-hour broadcast where they'll interview an indie artist. All over the world, they've had artists come on the show and interviewed them. Great stuff. They play a lot of indie music. In fact, their motto is all indie all the time. It's butterfliesradio.com, Tuesday night, 8 p.m., Twitter Tuesday Live. You want to make sure you're there. It's going to be a good time. All right, we've got another track for you, gentlemen. This is track number 3 we're going to play now. So we'll let you listen to that. We'll come back and get your thoughts on that right after this. Here is track number 3, everyone, on this week's Music Scene Investigation.
It feels like I've known you my whole life, and you're the only one who knows my head to my toes. So stand by my side and be forever mine. 'Cause the secret's out on our love. Can I borrow you for a lifetime or two? Ooh, let's make something beautiful and let the sun shine in and seal us with a kiss. Ooh, let's make something beautiful. Whoa, oh. The best parts of me, you see them, and every little bit is yours. Every day and every night, you're the only single solitary thing on my mind. So let's wrap it up in a bow, tie a knot, spin it round, see where it goes. Let's fall free, just you and just me. Can I borrow you for a lifetime or two? Let's make something beautiful and let the sun shine in and seal us with a kiss. Ooh, let's make something beautiful. Whoa, oh, 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 I love you. I do. Oh yes, I do. I love you. I do. I do. Can I borrow you for a lifetime or two? Ooh, let's make something beautiful and let the sun shine in and seal us with a kiss. Let's make something beautiful. Oh, let's make something beautiful. Oh, let's make something beautiful.
Track number 3 on today's Music Scene Investigation. We'll go straight to Mr. Tom Oswald. Tom, your thoughts on track number 3, sir?
Well, out of the 3, that was my favourite. Well, that doesn't say a lot. I quite like the vocals on it. It was, unfortunately, it cut out halfway through. So I managed 2.5 tracks this time.
Oh.
Yes. But no, I thought it was quite. It was a nice track. It was a very country track. I'm assuming it was from a country artist of some description.
Well, I appreciate your thoughts on that. I'm sorry it cut out on you again. Seems like we're having problems with whatever connection between here and there we've got it for some reason. So we'll talk to the guys who run that thing we call the interwebs and see if we can get them to fix that.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Ian, what are your thoughts on track number 3, sir?
Well, I'm going to be controversial. Everyone in the chat room saying they didn't like the dual vocal with the backing vocal of the man. I thought that was really nice. The only thing I didn't like about this track was his voice. It had that kind of radio effect on that sort of almost 50s radio effect, it sounded like. Or his voice was just sounded like that and had been mixed very sort of mids and no sort of bottoms and slight distortion on it. That was the only thing I didn't like about that vocal. I think JL summed it up. They could have blended better, and I think that effect on his voice stood out as the worst thing on this track for me. I liked the use of his voice there as a backing vocal. It gave me a lot of visuals of this. Let's make something beautiful in a visual sense. Sort of a couple agreeing on the same idea of getting together. It was a catchy, groovy, bouncy little number. Definitely a market for this sort of music at the moment. Again, you know, this is a bit like that Helen Austin track we had on. You could see this on an advert advertising a mobile phone or the latest fashion or something like that. Let's make something beautiful. It's a great little tagline for any sort of technology company or fashion company, isn't it? And I always admire someone who can make a hook out of nothing. Oh, and stuff like that. So that's great. That made it for me. Very creative. Liked it. Liked the little xylophone in there, if that's what it was. The use of the electric piano. Everything worked, and loved the voice too.
All right, Ian. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom Chianti. Your thoughts on this track?
I tend to agree with Ian. I like everything on it pretty much, but could we have a little more tambourine, maybe? That got a little annoying through the song. But that's just a minor fix. As far as the background vocals, I think they would have worked better if he was singing tighter with the lead vocalist. I liked her voice. And yes, it's a happy, poppy tune. And I like the shuffle feel and the sound of the drums. I liked the way it built. I liked a lot of this song. But like I said, the background vocals needed to be tighter or a different type of voice or a rounder sound to the man's voice. And just, you know, by the end of the song, that chink chink tambourine was getting close to, you know, the famous more cowbell. It was just getting a little bit too much.
All right, Tom, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I happen to like cowbell, but that's just me. Song number 3 is called Something Beautiful by the group Shell Sings For You. So we appreciate their sending that track in to us on Music Scene Investigation. All right, gentlemen.
And the reason you like cowbells is because you live in a place where there's nothing but fields and cattle.
Soon to be. That is indeed very true. All right, gentlemen, as always, we have the task at hand of selecting a song of the week. I'm going to throw it to you to let you guys decide. We also want everybody in the audience out there to make their vote known to us as well. Go to our witness page. You can see a great big button called Be a Witness on the Music Scene Investigation.com website. Click on that and let us know what you think. Gentlemen, I give you the floor.
Where was that?
At MusicSceneInvestigation.com. Just click on the Be a Witness button.
Just checking. I went to MusicSceneInvestigation.com and it didn't come up.
Song of the week, gentlemen.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it, boys, really?
Number 3, as far as I'm concerned.
So?
Yeah,
well,
number 3.
I have to agree with Tom. If that piano wasn't so loud, it would have been a lot closer between 1 and 3. But 3 is, Tambourine heaven.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a tambourine for me. Yeah, I've got to agree. It's got to be number 3. There's no question. Best produced, best mixed, best song.
All right. Well, a very easy time of it this time around, gentlemen. I appreciate your thoughts. Song number 3 will be the song of the week. The name of that track is Something Beautiful by Shell Sings For You. We appreciate them again, along with everybody else, for sending their track in. You want to get your track on Music Scene Investigation, MusicSceneInvestigation.com is where you need to go. Hey, don't forget the Indie Music Bus either. That big bus has been in the parking lot for the last hour and a half. Tried to get the guy to move it, but he says he likes indie music so much, he's going to leave it there. So if you want to get on the bus, do it. MusicSceneInvestigation.com. Then head over to the IndieMusicBus.com. That's where you get on the bus. You get off the bus at our site. It's all good, though. We really appreciate it. All right, gentlemen, thanks for being here. Tom, we really appreciate your being here with us. And best of luck on everything you got going on. You got your hands full. Your plate is always filled. You're just going to have to keep coming back and giving us more and more updates. Anytime,
Richard, anytime.
Well, we appreciate it. Ian, you had something you wanted to say.
I've got a couple of things I want to say. Haven't we got some sad news for the viewers?
Yes, actually, we do. I want to let everybody know that this is the last MSI broadcast for a little while. Not forever, but for a little while. We're relocating studios here again. And so we're going to be off for a couple of weeks at least, maybe a little bit longer, but we're going to try and keep that downtime to a minimum. And we'll be back as soon as humanly possible. So that's the news from the studio here. Anything else you want to add, Ian?
Well, when we do come back, we are going to be doing something slightly different, aren't we? We're going to be bringing in our yearly awards.
Actually,
Best guest.
Actually, I got to tell you, that's going to happen while we're down. The 1st of November, we're opening up voting for our award nominees. As last year, we had our Best Guest nominees, and we'll have our Best Guest Award again this year, along with our nominees for the Best Artist as well. And we'll have the artists listed on our voting page. You can hear all of their songs, all the nominees' songs on that page as well. Our nominees are going to be Last Bullet, Kid Felix, Bosco and Peck, Helen Austin, Monty Pittman, the Poppy Brothers, C-Sharp Band, Chakobsa, Johnny Icon, Alexandra Lagois and the Sunflowers, The Graduates, and Stepdaddy. So we certainly hope you'll get your votes in. Again, voting opens on the 1st of November. It'll run all the way through a couple of days before the award show, which are on or about the 15th of the month of January. So you want to make sure to vote your choice for the Artist of the Year as well as our Panelist of the Year. We also added a new category, Most Requested Song on MSI Radio. So whoever that artist is going to be awarded the Most Requested Artist of the Year. You want to make sure you get over, listen to MSI Radio, and make your request. Did I about cover that all, Ian?
I think you've got that about right. Well done.
All right. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate it once again. Thank you all for being with us. Everybody in the audience, we appreciate your being here as well. We'll see you after we get the new studio set up. Again, that's going to be a couple of weeks away. So right now we're going to play out with Something Beautiful by Shell Sings For You right here on MSI. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Tom, sir, yes?
I got a fever.
You got a fever for what?
More tambourine.
More tambourine? Well, I tell you what, Tom, I've got your cure. Here it is. Something Beautiful.
It feels like I've known you my whole life, and you're the only one who knows my head to my toes. So stand by my side and be forever mine, 'cause the secret's out on our love. is yours. Every day and every night, you're the only single solitary thing on my mind. So let's wrap it up in a bow, tie a knot, spin it round, see where it goes. Let's fall free, just you and just me. Can I borrow you for a lifetime or two? Ooh, let's make something beautiful and let the sun shine in and seal us with a kiss. Ooh, let's make something beautiful. Whoa, oh, 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 I love you.
I love you.
I do.
I do.
Oh yes,
Oh, yes,
do.
I